Hey guys, welcome back. About to dive into another episode of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. This one is entitled Tomorrow's Courage. So I just reacted to The Dark Knights. So Sapelli, Jojo and Speedwagon were taking on Dio, who had recruited a couple knights into his zombie army. And it ended on a cliffhanger. Jojo's gone underwater. He couldn't use his hammer until he swam down to the lake bed, found some air, and then it ended just as his hammer was about to hit Bluford right in the face. So that stopped and left me hanging for more. So remember, this is a timer reaction unless you're one of my Patreons where you get the full unedited cut of my reaction. But here, have your device ready and get the show up and running and we'll watch it together. 3, 2, 1, go. That's right, see? Underwater Hammond. Tarkus Blue Overdrive. Nice. Poco. He outswam the Hammond with his hair. Lord dear. Why is he cracking? Is he cracking? So he's honored to be fighting Jojo. Skill, technique. Let's go. He hasn't lost his pride. Another hair attack. Look out. Oh. Credit time. Da-na-na-na. Okay, so we learnt more about the knights in the previous episode and the manga covered it really nicely. Bluford and I can't remember the other guy's name at the top of my head right now. But they were working for Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Mary did not get on. So Elizabeth tricked these guys into giving themselves up when she captured Mary and betrayed them and chopped their heads off. And now Dio has resurrected them and they're zombie knights, which is awesome. So a lot of people have been telling me in the comments that the Phantom Blood is not their favorite and things start getting really good in part 2. But I'm really enjoying the hell out of it, to be perfectly honest with you. This is so much fun. I just love working through it. I'm going to try and do one of these reactions. Every time I get a day off, I'm going to try to do at least one Jojo. Because I do spend a lot of time watching the show, going through the show and then reading the manga, which I'll do after this. Sorry if I was shouting. I've got to turn down my voice. I've got to remember that I can be heard. Tomorrow's Pluck. So this episode is called Tomorrow's Pluck. It's a different title in the Crunchyroll. So the hair is bad. That's what I said. This is bad. Bluford's hair. Bluford. Tarkus. Tarkus and Bluford. I remember their names. Look at that hair. Maybe he's born with it. Oh no. The blood's just squirting out of him. You cutie gras. That's gross. What's he doing? Oh, it's hammering. Oh! Nice. Metal, silver. Oh, his arm melted off. Nice work. How does Jojo know so much about Hammond already? My heart resonates. Shit. Bye bye, Bluford. That was sick. You punched him like 100 times. Something's different about Bluford. He has to be destroyed. The Black Knight Bluford. You're getting your ass whooped, Sunshine. Hey, you're a mess. What is he doing? Oh, he's zen. He stopped the sword with his face. What is happening? Oh. He's being ravaged. Oh, he just fell off his leg. Ah. Oh. Nice. He's becoming human again. I love Speedwagon. Yes. Oh, this is nice. Jojo redeemed him. That's sick. He is a mess though. Jojo. Yeah, it is. Jonathan. Luck. He's getting the sword now? Fuck, this show is awesome. Pluck. Oh god. Oh, made me cough. You did a good thing, man. You redeemed him from being a zombie monster. Sure did. That bloody mask. The man behind the mask. Oh, the man behind Jojo. He's not good yet. Wow. Music. Oh. Let's get ready to crumble. Nice catch. Nice catch. I keep predicting the text. Leaf attack. Leaf Hammond attack. Oh. Life magnetism overdrive. What are they doing? Nice. A giant leap. They're flying away on the leaf. They turn the leaf into a hang glider. Is he just smacking him on the ass? Wow. Ooh. He has a dark secret. Flashback time. Young and handsome Sapelli. A young shabby doctor. This guy's doing the Jesus as well. Wait, Jesus was a Jojo? Jesus was a Jojo. Tom Petty. Haha. Nice. So he's going to transform the Hammond into him. Good old Tom Petty. This is amazing. Tarkus. Oh, so I was going to say to continue there for a second. It's just the ad break. He's coming for you. God, he's huge. Oh, they're going to a castle. Graceful. Oh, we lost his helmet. No, I reckon he got through. Don't assume. Here he comes. He's an uber zombie without his helmet. Oh, he's got a Speedwagon haircut. That doesn't look very safe. It's green mist. I love this show. What? What the hell? It's a booby trap? Tarkus. Looks a little bit like Wolverine. A chain death match after 300 years of boredom sounds perfect. Chain death match. How is Jojo gonna get out of this one? Oh. Oh shit. Overdrive. Nice animation. So good. Oh, he's in. Oh. Oh no. Nothing like a crowd tumorous. You need to breathe to do Hammond, Jojo. Oh, Poco. You sure did. He's got to get the hell out of here. Poco to the rescue. He can fit. But I can. Wet pants and everything. Yeah, be brave. He can get in. And once he's in, they can say, "You're in." Urine. Bullies, man. He's got a funny zen of courage. Rude. Uh-oh. Yeah, pretty lady's coming. Run away. Sister? Everyone keeps slapping this kid in the face. Tough love, man. Slap. I love you. Pain is nothing, right? He's going to climb in there with his wet pants. He's going to help. He's going in. You can't have sis been attacked. She's very cute. Hey, Poco, you're in. Ooh. You got big ears. Oh, poor Poco. Pain isn't? What's scary? Wetting your pants is scary, especially in public. Oh, good job, kid. Please don't be dead. Yeah. Sure did, kid. You're in the group. Sorry, I'll stop with the urine jokes now. Bit of roundabout coming on. Oh, shit. Yes. God damn. Ha ha ha. I can't believe I discovered this show so late. I like the way they use the opening frames of that song in the show then. That was cool. And I'm really, really sorry about all the urine jokes. It's funny, some people are saying to me that like these episodes are boring and not that exciting. Oh, I love this. I like the way Bluford left the show. That was very cool. So you guys big fans of Yes and Roundabout? One of the coolest songs ever. So Zappelli and Tarkus are about to have a big throwdown in the next episode. I want to watch it right away. But I can't because I've got to do these things in order. I've got to go read the manga now with a cup of coffee. Next episode. The Inheritor. Yeah, that was cool, man. So that fight with Bluford at the beginning was very, very excellent. And I like the way that the Hammond kind of just restored his soul, made him human again. That's the way Jojo won. By redeeming this man and giving his humanity back. That was sick. And Poco, yeah, little hero with the wet pants. I like that. That was a nice turn of events. I was wondering why he was along with the journey. There was a point when he was about to run away though. But no, glad he stuck around because then he could save the day. Alright, so this is the point where I'll go make myself a hot cup of coffee, sit down with a manga, have a read, then I'll come back and I'll go through the show and show you any differences that might appear in the manga, and we all have a good time because we all love Jojo. That's why we're here, right? Thank you so much for sticking around. Back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I just had my cup of coffee and went through the manga, and very faithful once again to the anime, but there were some scenes in the manga that weren't in this episode, so I'll go through those as I find them. But what I wanted to share with you also, that I got a new delivery today. I got set number 4. This is the Diamond is Unbreakable Arc Part 1. So finally, I've got set 4. So I got set 1, 2, and 3 the other day, and now I got the latest one, so I'm so happy. I don't know when set 5 and 6 are going to come out. There's a lot more to come, but if this has only just been released, then I can imagine it's going to take a little while for all those other episodes to come out. Lucky I'm patient. So let's go into the story, yeah? So getting back into the episode, we know that the previous one to this ended on a cliffhanger. Jojo was about to punch Bluford in the face underwater with the Hammond. Apparently Hammond travels really well underwater, and it kind of just ended before it hit him. I was very disappointed. I hate cliffhangers, they suck. So he's doing that, does the thing, and then bammo, Bluford's blown out of the water. Apparently he dodged it. He was smooth enough and quick enough to get out of the way before the Hammond could collect him fully in the face. So he jumped out of the water with just like a head wound. But yeah, out he goes and lands quite heartily there. And everyone's like, Jojo! There's Poco. Poco is still hanging around doing his thing. He's got a bit of an arc in this one. I like that. So Jojo is out of the water too. We're going to continue this fight on land. Bluford's pretty pissed off, but his hair, man, his hair is okay. So we see the head wound there coming out of his head, the blood gushing down. The overdrive only scraped his head. It's a shame. You wouldn't want to mess with that hair though. Bit of back and forth. And just once again, I just like to stop and appreciate the animation when it flares up like this with all the beautiful neon colors. It's just so beautiful and vibrant. I love it. And this is straight out of a Maybelline commercial. I swear to God, with that hair, he could do that. Become a supermodel after this if he wanted to. But he's fairly angry. I mean, he's got an angry face. He's got blood there now, and he's pretty angry. So yeah, he's not going to give up easily. He wants Jojo to give everything that he has because he's noble. He was a knight. He had nobility before this, and he's just got a lot of honor. So even as a zombie knight, he wants to get the best out of his opponent. This is a cracking shot. Look at that. He has been twisted into a love of violence. So Bluford is an angry young man who needs some counseling. And now we got, your blood will be one with my body. Another hair attack. Bring it on. I'll give you a dose of Hammond. Hair attack. I never had a show before have hair attacks in there. I don't think. But once again, the animation's just kicking my ass. It's so good. And then we get to the opening credits. I like these. The song's cool. Flying through. So that was just a sting at the beginning, carrying on from the previous episode, and we get through to here. So tomorrow's Pluck. Is that what this episode is called? Because it's called something different in. So I had this title from Crunchyroll, where I'm getting my videos from, as Tomorrow's Courage. Yeah, the title here is Tomorrow's Pluck. So I don't know why they're changing the title, but pluck is courage, really, at the end of the day. And besides, I think pluck has more relevance to this episode with the sword with the name Luck written on there. So this makes more sense. So Crunchyroll's wrong. Okay, moving on. Title sequence there. So having a fight. Now Jojo's been bound by Bluford's hair. He's done a massive hair attack, and he's now covered and wrapped up in hair. So he's not very happy about being wrapped up in some dude's hair. I don't like finding hair in my food, much less having it wrapped around my entire body, immobilizing me so I can't use my magic. Scrolling through. So he's in a bit of trouble. So apparently you can only use your Hammond through your extremities. So because he's bound, he can't use his hands or his fingers or even his toes. He's in a bit of trouble. And the hair's binding him to a tree. So he's fully wrapped up. Yeah, so this is where we get Zappelli telling us Hammond can only be projected from the extremities. So yeah, look at this shot, man. The hair's growing. The hair extensions here is explained a little bit in the manga. They tell us how and why his hair can suddenly grow longer, but not in the anime. I don't think it says so here, does it? It doesn't. It just happens. It just is. So the hair is sharp as well. It's cutting through his clothes and into his skin. Jojo is in a bit of trouble. And now here we go. Here's your coup de grace, pup. He's going to chop him up. Look at him, so angry. I'll slice off your head and bathe in a fountain of blood. Graphic. He's going to come down. And he's coming down. But no, Jojo's going to do something. Isn't he handsome? I keep saying that every time I see his face. He's going to do something. Try this instead. So he gets his foot free and then stops the sword with his foot using Hammond powers. Another great shot there. And then he uses a thing called metal silver overdrive, which sends the hammer up through the sword and into Bluford. When Bluford's going to have an interesting shock. Poof. Arm drops off. Armless. It's cool. So I like that. That's really cool. And then Speedwagon gives us our commentary throughout the episode. People are calling him the waifu. I can see why. He has got a lot of love for Jojo. And yeah, B.A. Baracus is over there watching still. I know his name's not B.A. Baracus. He's big in his A game though. Scrolling through. The hair all comes off. My heart resonates. Jojo is free. Shining like a god. And then heat enough to burn. So, back. So he's free. Bluford, even though he's missing an arm, he's still going to come in for the attack. Heat enough to burn. And then there's going to be some flaming fists of fury here. My blood's beat is razor sharp. And this thing here. So Jojo just punched the living shit out of Bluford in the face a lot of times. Crazy cool. And then Bluford's like, bye. He got knocked into next century. He's out. Everyone's like super happy. That's the sound that like hammer makes a sound. Speedwagon likes it. Scrolling through. And yeah, another great imagery here. So something's different about Bluford. So he's realizing something's different. After he hit Bluford with the hammer, Jojo's kind of clicking onto the fact that something has changed about him, which will be revealed soon. Great imagery. He's a zombie trying to spread his vile kind. He has to be destroyed. Bluford is here, one arm missing, but his hair's still good. And this is where he starts feeling pain. So zombie knights don't usually feel pain. Something has changed. And Jojo's kind of thinking about that because Jojo proved in the previous episode that he's very smart. He's not just a big hulking bunch of handsomeness. He's a smart cookie as well. Brains and brawn, guys. And sparkling blue eyes. Bluford is coming down for a final attack with his sword. He's completely crazy. He's going to chop Jojo's head off. He's flying down, but Jojo's not moving. Speedwagon's like, what the hell, Jonathan? What are you doing? Move. But Jojo's like, I've got a plan, guys. And the sword stops right on Jojo's cheek. Bang. Because Bluford's changed. He's held back his attack. What in blazes? That's exactly what I was thinking as well. So it turns out that the Hammond has reawakened the pain in Bluford, and he has, in fact, recovered his humanity. See? So much humanity, they got flowers just blossoming all around him. He's become Zen. He's become one with the earth. He's good again. It's being ravaged by the Hammond. So the Hammond destroys his zombie form, and it's restoring his noble human soul. Cool. They have a bit of a chat. So he looks like a son peacefully talking with his mother. I love Speedwagon's descriptive prose. He's brilliant. All right, scrolling through. Yeah, they have a bit of a nice chat. They realize that he's become good. He's not angry anymore, although he does look a little bit like Bizarro, one of Superman's enemies with the face. Bit like that, with better hair. So he's feeling tranquil. Got a nice shot of the moon there. Still nighttime. And now he's composed enough that he knows he's dying and he's going to return to Queen Mary. And then, yeah, he has a few nice things to say about Jojo. Tell me your name. His name is Jonathan Joestar. And he's going to give him the word. He's going to give him the sword with the word luck on there. And then he writes with his own blood, Pluck. I don't know why, but I like it. Pluck. So now Jojo has a sword called Pluck. Yeah, I hope so. Scroll through. And he dies. He bursts into dust. But he's happy. He's been freed. He didn't die a horrible zombie. He got his humanity back again. But Jojo's full of remorse about having to kill him. He just got his soul back, and it sucked that he had to die. But now there's a really cool sword there. But Tarkus is back, and of course there's going to be a big fight scene now for the rest of the show. Well, this episode where Tarkus is violently killing folks left and right. Well, he is killing folks left and right in the manga. They pull that back a little bit here in the anime, just a little bit. But anyway, so Tarkus has actually just destroyed Bluford's remains. What was left of him, his armor. What a jerk. Scrolling through. Another great image. I just love all this text. Is it text? I don't think that's text, but it's cool. I like it. I crush, kill, and destroy using brute force alone. So there's going to be a big fight here. They need to get out of town. They realize that they're a little bit outnumbered here, outmatched. because he can break the earth with his sword. So we have a big earthquake, people are falling, Poker's falling, but once again Jojo catches him, and now they're on a cliff and it's falling off the side of the cliff. But they have leaves, guys. They got leaves here, and they're going to do something absolutely bizarre. It's the name of the show, right? Tarkus is coming to attack, and nice shot here, boom, boom, boom. Nice shot there of everyone like in shock and surprise, like how are we going to get out of this? But they're going to turn the leaves into a gigantic leaf hang glider with their Hammond. Isn't that just the best thing? And then they all fly away safely, gliding down the side of the cliff, and then the big giant monster zombies nightman comes after them. So they kind of explain how the Hammond's like using, humans have got like magnetic force, so they can use the Hammond to combine things. Hello, microphone. So they're safe. So creative. Poker's like, wow, I'm in the ass. Oh, he's patting him. Okay, I wasn't sure what happened there, but Poker's patting his own ass. Pull your pants up, kid. Jesus. He doesn't like that. So they're gliding, but the giant, I keep on calling him B.A. Baracus. I think I will from here on out. He is now officially known as B.A. Baracus, or Mr. T, for those not in the know. So they're gliding. So Speedwagon's like, where did you learn to do this? So we have a bit of a flashback here with Zappelli. He kind of went back in time. Well, we're going back in time for his flashback, and here he is, young and handsome. I love how the flashbacks do go kind of like grainy footage, like it's like an old time film. That's a nice aesthetic. So this is set after the time when the ship was ravaged by his father, who became a vampire, and he ended up just narrowly escaping him. So the ship sank, but now it's a couple of years later, and he's gone to India, where he's going to meet a mysterious man. Meets this young doctor who can heal. He was young and shabby looking, but he called himself a doctor, and he's healing a man's leg as being like it's got gangrene. So the doctor heals the leg just by touching it, just like Jesus. So this is where I think Jesus was a Jojo, the original Jojo. Jojos. I don't know where my mind goes sometimes. So he fixed a limb. He's like, wow, that's amazing. As you do when you see somebody miraculously healing somebody with just magic light hands. So he kind of realizes, hey, I want to learn your magic. It was the power of Hammond, and he kind of realizes that the power of Hammond is the exact opposite of what the stone mask does. And this is where he realizes that he can use Hammond to destroy the mask. It's covered more in the manga. We'll get there. See here, it says here, I felt that Hammond might be the key to fighting the evil stone mask because it's the exact opposite. It's gone through. So he's got to go up to Tibet to search for the Doctor's Master, where we meet the Doctor's Master. This is a nice shot too. That's just cool, like pretty cool, epic shot. I can't get it still. There, cool. So the Tibetan monks are just, praying like they do, being monks and all. And he shakes his hand, and it's Mr. Tom Petty. I like his albums, he's good. And he kind of just shakes his hand. Stranger from a distant land, I can see your future. Is it your desire to train with me? And he goes, yes. And he goes, to do so would alter your fate. You'll be destined to die. I didn't really catch that when I was watching the show, because sometimes I ramble onto the camera. I'm talking to you guys as I'm watching the show, and because it's all written in dialogue, I might just miss the occasional subtitle. But I've got it now. I picked it up in the manga. I was like, oh wait, I missed that in the show. What the hell? So Zappelli's gonna die. He accepts it too. It's worth his life. So he goes back. So that was a really cool shot too there with the eyes glowing, just like Superman. And then we're back to the floating leaf. I can't share Tom Petty's prophecy with anyone, even Jojo. I like how they all just met like a day ago, but they're all really like best friends already, especially that Speedwagon. So the sound of Hammond, they're cruising, and there, look, here he comes. He's just free falling onto the glider, but he's not going to give up easily. Ad break. And then, so we can see that he's chasing them down while they're glowing, while they're gliding down, and we've got the moon in the background glowing. That's why I said glowing the first time, because I was going to say, look at the moon glowing, but I had not finished my sentence. Instead of saying glider, I said glowing. Do you guys do that? Get your words all mixed up sometimes? It happens. I'm even going to leave this in because I want to share everything with you guys. So yeah, he starts just destroying the leaf glider, and they start falling. But the Hammond, so the glider is made of pure Hammond, so evil creatures touch it, they're going to get hurt. And then they go for the knight's castle, and they're going to land safely, but the big giant guy, he keeps going, loses his hat, which sucks. You don't want to lose your hat. slammed into the wall. They think he's dead. They think he's done for. He hasn't got a stone mask like Dio does, so he can't just regenerate. But this guy is tough as balls. He's a tough motherfucker. So they're like, shit. He lives for fighting. He's going to come back and cream us. His bones should have been powdered, but they're not powdered. He's okay. And that haircut, boy oh boy, having flashbacks to the 80s. So he's climbing the wall. They're like, we've got to get Jojo, take the boy somewhere safe. So they open the door. They're like, this green fog though, that'd be like, doesn't seem safe or hygienic. Once again, just the animation is crazy good. Look at that. He's just menacing, isn't he? Blood everywhere. Jojo opens the door and promptly... I don't know if this is... So this is not a booby trap. They say it's full of traps, but the guy, Tarkus, Tyrannosaurus Baracus Rex, sets off the chain and grabs Jojo, and Jojo's promptly pulled in, the door shut, and now we have got Thunderdome. So, yeah, cool shot. So... Jojo's in a bit of trouble. They've got the chains, and this guy is... We're in the lair of the two-headed dragon, and we're going to have a bit of a face-off. A chain death match after how long? After 300 years of boredom sounds perfect. A chain death match. It's like a fun Sunday. So he's like, oh crap, I'm sweating, but I'm still pretty. And he's like, the lair of two-headed dragon, an ancient sparring ground. Home of the chain death match. So this is where we're going to have a bit of a face-off. He's killed 48 here, so he's pretty good. And he thinks he's going to make Jojo number 49. It's his speciality sport. So Pelly is pounding on the door, fucking up his own knuckles, can't get in. Jojo's like, yike. Poco's like, oh my god, he's ruined his hands. Yikes. Hammond can't be used for destruction. It can only be used for good. So it can't destroy things. It can only counterbalance or counteract evil things. Like vampires, they can channel the sunlight and stop the vampires. Am I educating you on Hammond? I hope so. I'm doing a lot of research here, guys. You can't get through the door. You can get through bricks, but big steel doors are a problem, especially when there's like green kryptonite mist coming out of there. So he's in a bit of trouble here. So the key to each collar is in the other collar's neck. The only way to get out of here is to rip off the head of your opponent. And the door won't open. And once again, nice animation. Let me pull my little thing down there. You go there. Yeah, that means taking off your opponent's head. What a way to win. Only one way out of here. And then, yeah, so massive fighting and colours and pretty stuff and Hammonds. And you can't get out. Cracks his arm. Overdrive not working. We're having a crack bone, I think, somewhere. You can't get through. Crack. Nice image there. He can't breathe. He can't get the collar off. He's in dire peril. I mean, he's getting strangled, and the guy's huge. I mean, look at the size of him. Oh yeah, this is quite Poco wet himself. Quite an interesting angle they decided to go with for that. But there you have it. It's a little bit more discreet in the manga. But yeah, so Poco's kind of realizing I've got to get away from here. You guys are nuts. They're going to bring disaster to my town. I've got to go. And you know they're kind of debating how they're going to get in there. They can't see a way in. But Poco realizes there's a window there. It's too small to get in. He kind of realizes he's the right size, and then he's got his wet pants. Poor kid. But then he's realizing he could probably go in. And now we're going to get a little bit of a flashback. He's powerless, and here we have a bit of a flashback where he's getting taken on by the school or the local bullies. They're beating him up, punching him in the face. But then his big sister turns up. And the bullies like run away because they're scared of girls. They run away. The sister has a bit of a talk to him about, you know, what are you afraid of? Why don't you stand up to them? And he's like, I'll get them tomorrow. So when is tomorrow? And he goes, tomorrow is tomorrow. What's the scariest thing to you, Poco? And she slaps him really hard. Bang. Is that a sting you feel? So this is a really good lesson. Like, pain hurts, but is it really something to be scared of? Is pain scary? It's just pain. Don't you think growing up being unable to do anything would be scarier than pain? Yeah, so he kind of realizes, and he goes off home, and now he realizes, hey, I've got to be a hero here. So he climbs up into the window, and Speedwagons, don't be a fool. So the manga is different. I'm going to go through that. It's a bit different to this. There's more to it, just to get you excited. So he goes inside. Stop him. Tarkus would butcher a man going in there, let alone a child. So the kid goes in. They're trying to stop him. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. He crawls in. He's got to do this. He's thinking, what will happen if this monster wins and kills Jojo? then the monster's going to go down and he'll attack his sister, kill the whole town. So he's got to do this for his town. He's doing the right thing. And his sister's beautiful. So he gets through and is promptly... He's in. I'm sorry for all the urine jokes. I was making the urine. I'm sorry. I shouldn't really have to explain that though. Like, nice shot there. He's made it in. B.A. Baracus is not happy. Look, this is great animation. Look at the size difference here. Keep out of this, brat. And he's going to be like, can we get him backwards? Jojo's like, no, don't hurt the kid. Man, poor Poco. He's been hit in the face a bunch of times in this episode. Poor kid. Blood coming out. This guy's huge. He would kill a kid instantly, but he didn't. Poco's pretty tough. Flies into the wall, but he's okay. Pain isn't what's scary. Crawls on, goes to the door handle. Clink. Opens the door. I did it. I'm battered, I'm bruised. I'm not feeling good. I've wet my pants, but I saved the day. And then door's opening. Zappelli is in. Like that. Thumbs up. I did it. Zappelli comes running in. You did well, Poco. And now Zappelli is in the room and he's going to bring on a change of pace to this story. Look at that determination. He's going to punch the big guy in the nuts. Is it time for the prophecy? Is it time for the prophecy to be fulfilled? So he knows here at this point. See, his arm's still fucked up from the previous episode too, where Dio froze it. But he's like, is this the point where I'm about to die? Is fate? If it is fate, I'll simply accept it. He goes in. We're gonna have a death match. Jojo, everyone's looking at each other. Music started. I like the way that Roundabout started playing before the credits hit. I knew the credits were coming. I mean, they wouldn't start playing that song that close to the end without stopping to go to be continued, but they got that. That was cool. And he's just strolling in, and then we got our credits. So amazing episode. So cliffhangers though, tell you what. And then we have an episode preview for next. And the next episode is called, I don't know what that says. I'll stomp you. The Inheritor. Look what Jojo's wearing. What is going on there, guys? Jojo, please take up my torch. Cool. So that's that episode. So, another amazing episode. I am loving this show so much. Like, as you can tell, I've gone out and bought all the Blu-rays, so I'm going to be growing my collection of Jojo and revisiting it. It's got the English dub version there too, so I might dive into that to see if it's okay. What do you recommend? Is the English dub worth checking out? Well, hey, I will. I'll watch a couple episodes and see if I like it. I usually prefer subbed over dubbed. Getting that original performance from the actor with all the emotion is usually better than getting a terrible reading from somebody in another country with no real emotional connection to the performance. So generally, I like that better, but if the dub's done well, I'll check it out. But I think for this version of the reaction I'm doing, where I've got just a bit of the screen at the bottom, having the subtitles there really helps with you guys coming along and watching with me. But anyway, I'm about to dive into the manga now and have a look at that and just go through some differences. Okay, so been through the show and gone through some of the images that I liked in there and just a quick catch up with the story. Now going through the manga, so first page. So diving into chapter 9, Tarkus and the Dark Knight Bluford Part 4, and we've got a nice image there of Jojo doing something almost like ballet. Nice image. Okay, cool. Next one, we have got... Yeah, so pretty much straight into it. So we've got Bluford here being punched out of the water with the hammer. Jojo down the bottom there, and Bluford is just like, woohoo, lucky I dodged that. I'm going to have a sore head though because he just got scalped almost. You don't want to mess with his hair though. Next one. Yeah, so we've got Bluford here. You can see the scar on his head from the close call with the hammer. And we've got B.A. Baracus over there. That's what I've christened him now, B.A. Baracus. He's looking on, he's got his scar as well on his face, just under his eye, but he's just watching proceedings and not really doing much at the moment. Yeah, so we've got Speedwagon and Zappelli going, did you get him? And Jojo's, no, not quite. It seems as if I'll have to make a direct hit with a sunlight hammer. So he's got a plan. Next image. Okay, so we've got Bluford here where he's just thanking Dio for giving him life. And he's feeling really good about fighting Jojo, like there is no greater honor than you giving me life and allowing me to fight this man. I thank you. So Bluford really kind of respects and appreciates Jojo. And Jojo's saying, It seems as if Dio's zombies still remember how they lived their lives before death. Could it be that their flesh still remembers? So this is going to be kind of key to the fight later on. He also references the zombie Jack the Ripper we fought in the tunnel. Still remembered how to cut. And the Dark Knight Bluford, along with Tarkus, still remembers his chivalry and that he wants revenge on the world. Yeah, because they got betrayed, right, by Elizabeth. So they're angry and full of betrayal. Next image. The hair. Okay, here's the hair. So in this image, the hair has really kind of gone out of control. He's having a bad hair day at this moment. This is how most of us with long hair look when we first get out of bed in the morning. I used to have long hair once upon a time, kids. Cut it off years ago. But I could identify with this. Getting out of bed in the morning looking like a hornet's nest has just gone through you. There you go. So even Speedwagon's saying, what? That hair, it grows and retracts. Yeah, apparently. So we get a bit of an explanation in the manga. Next page. So the hair is wrapped up all around Jojo. He's in a bit of trouble. The hair's getting into him, sucking his blood out. He's not happy. Speedwagon's like, to think that his hair could lift Mr. Joestar's 105 kilogram body up in the air like that. 105 kilos. Solid. Next page. So here we get a bit of an explanation as to why the hair does what it does. Does his hair have muscles or something? No. Technically, his hair doesn't have muscles. There exists a plant, Mimosa pudica, also known as the touch-me-not, that is able to expand and retract its leaves at an incredible speed by manipulating turgor pressure, which is produced by the movement of water through the cells. Bluford's hair, along with the rest of his body, must have zombified in a similar way to that plant, therefore allowing him to suck Jojo's blood through his hair using turgor pressure, and to have the strength to hold Jojo up. We get an explanation as to why his hair does what it does. So the manga is a little bit more in depth in regards to hair powers. Next image. I like that. Just once again, just like in the imagery here. So Jojo's bound to the tree with the hair, and he's just having a bit of an image here. The hair's cutting through my clothing and is digging into my skin. The more I struggle against it, the stronger it grips, fastening every strand, is constantly expanding and contracting. It's like the tentacles of an octopus. Octopus tentacles are sucking my blood. And then we have tentacles there. Yeah, I like it. Next image. Okay, so then we have Bluford about to attack. This is it, young one. I shall slice off your head and savor the blood that spurts out. Worded a little bit differently in the anime, but we still get the gist. So he's coming down with the sword. Jojo's needing to struggle free, and he does. And then he uses his foot. I meant to say boot. Uses his foot in the boot to stop the sword, and then uses metal silver overdrive to attack Bluford and make his arm drop off. Just fully melted right the hell off. Excellent. That's a nice big panel too, right? Next image. My shivering heart. This burning heat. Gah. Cut finally beat of my blood. So Jojo's really firing up the hum in here. I just like this image because it's really, really beautifully drawn. I like it. Next image. Yeah, yellow sunlight overdrive. So we need this sunlight overdrive to defeat these demon vampire monsters. That's their big one. So he's kind of like punching the living fuck out of Bluford's face. In the anime, it was sensational. It was just like 100 punches all at once. Here it's like the static still image. You get the idea though. So they animated that really well. And then Bluford is just sent a far distance away. Next image. Okay, so that was the end of that chapter. I really like these chapter breaks. It's really cool. So now we're up to chapter 30, Sleep as a Hero. And Jojo's just looking cool. Can you hear the wind? It's really windy outside today. Okay, so here we have Bluford. So he's just had the hammer kind of flowing through his body. He's feeling a little bit ugh. And here he says a pretty interesting statement. I am the Dark Knight Bluford. This pain is nothing to me. So before this fight started as a zombie, he couldn't feel any pain. Now he's feeling pain. And Jojo's just like, feeling pain. That's interesting. Next page. Oh yeah, so now Bluford is coming in for one final blow. He's got his sword. He's going to chop Jojo's head right off of his body, and Jojo's not moving. He's just not even flinching. He's just standing there. Mr. Joestar, what are you doing? Either dodge or counterattack. Make up your mind. Mr. Joestar, why aren't you moving? Did he suck too much blood from you? Everyone's just watching in shock because Jojo's not moving. Next image. The sword stopped. It didn't chop him. Bluford held back. This pain is proof that I'm alive. So he feels pain. His humanity's coming back. He's now reached a bizarre peace. I no longer resent this world. I was able to meet a wonderful, kind man like you in the last moments of my final hours. I shall now journey off to meet my queen. Isn't that nice? That's a nice way to end a fight. No bloodshed. You didn't chop anybody up. You just turn him human again. Next image. The sword. The sword called Luck. This was interesting though. So I'm thinking, I haven't seen, we didn't see the sword again though in the rest of this episode, but I thought Bluford was giving Jojo the sword. Let me hear your name, Jonathan Joestar. Jonathan, I shall dedicate the word engraved into this sword of mine to you, Luck. But he changes it to Pluck with his own blood. And take this with you as you face what lies ahead. So does he get the sword? Does he keep it? I'll have to see. Next page. But, B.A. Baracus is not taking any of this. I know. He promptly stomps his compatriot, his fellow knight zombie man. All the armor empty because, Bluford just evaporated. But he just shows a massive sign of disrespect and stomps all over the armor. Disrespectful, man. What a prick. He's a real big guy, though. You tell him. Nice big spread here. We have got a bit here where, Tarkus kicks the armor at the guys with such speed and ferocity that it turns into, shrapnel. And everyone needs to duck it, get out of the way. So Zappelli's like, shit, bullets are coming at me. Even though they don't really know what bullets are at this point, because it's a long time ago. So all the armor's coming at them like shrapnel. Nice drawings there. Next page. And Zappelli's like, man, whoa! The fragments are dispersing and flying at me in explosive speeds. Should I flatten myself to the ground or jump to dodge them? I wouldn't think you'd even have time to think about that, right? Next page. He decides to... Okay, I'll try to minimize the surface area for damage and block with my hammer. So he's blocking them. And he's got his shoes getting hurt, but he's flying backwards in all the rain of the shrapnel. So we didn't see that in the episode. That didn't happen in the anime. Next image. And this didn't happen either. So we have a bit in the manga where Poco's taken off for some reason. He's vanished from the core fight there. And he's run into a couple guys that he apparently knows. And they're going to start picking on him. The other day you made us eat rabbit poo while you said it was stomach medicine. Poco, sassy little kid. Now you're saying there's ghosts of some knights running around. And Poco's like, I saw them, I really did. And they're like, no, we don't believe you. You're a little punk. You made us eat poo. And they start picking on him, just saying how we're gonna lock you up here, and the monsters, ghosts are gonna get you. And he's like, please don't, they'll kill me. Quit your whining, my ears are ringing. Yeah, so they're walking along, and then they kind of realize the two guys, they're about to do something terrible to Poco, and they're stepping on the ground. And hey, I just stepped in something. It's kind of rubbery. What the heck is it? And is it poo? No, it's not poo. It's and they go to the next. It's a face. There's a face in the ground, apparently. So, next image. Yeah, The Knight's Ruins, chapter 31. It's a face. The undead, they've melted, and this is what's left, says Poco. So this is the undead people from the previous chapters. So they're all melted, and the two guys are like, what the fuck? Melted faces here. That's not cool. And yeah, so once again, this wasn't in the anime, but B.A. Baracus gets the two guys. He picks them up. And this is quite graphic, actually, so I can see probably why they didn't put this in the episode. But Tarkus picks them up and basically crushes them to death. Like, he's got them both in his hands, and he's just crunching them. And they're like, help us, Poco, please. And Jojo and Poco are like, whoa, Jojo and Poco. Just realized the similarity in their names. Crunching their legs together. Speedwagon's like, oh my god, and the kids, Poco, don't look. So, yeah, okay, getting crushed alive there. Next page. Gets really quite graphic here too. You can see that their heads and their bodies just being munched. He's twisting them and crunching them. They're dying. Faces are coming off, and they're dying horrible deaths. And Tarkus is just squeezing the blood out of them. Next page. And it's just, he's just lapping it up, just drinking the blood. So there you go. A bit more graphic than the anime. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, I know the show's not pulling back on the blood at all. We're getting our fair share of gory moments, but maybe this was just a bit too extreme. But Yeah, I can imagine this would look very confronting in color. Like the black and white image is it's good, it's very nice, gross and disturbing, but there you have it. So those two poor guys just got crunched up and now they're being put into his tummy. Next page. So yeah, he's about to attack, and this is one of the coolest moments in the show when they turned all the leaves into a leaf hang glider using the Hammond. That was sick. They used the leaf glider to get away. Nice big double page spread there. He was taking a shot at them and he missed. And yeah, he's just kind of looking at them while they fly away. Very cool. Next page. Yeah, so Speedwagon's questioning Zappelli about how you got your powers. What did you do to get your powers? How is this so? And we get a bit of a flashback from Zappelli's earlier life once again. And it flashes back to when he was young and strapping, and was set just after. It was 2 years after the events where we first saw his first flashback, and his father became a vampire and killed everybody on the boat. So it's 2 years after that, and he's landed in India, and he's met a bizarre doctor who is healing people with Jesus powers. Next page. And he kind of comes to the epiphany that the powers this doctor is using is the exact opposite of what the mask does. So he kind of realizes that he needs to learn Hammond so he can stop the mask. When he had the mask on, my father sucked the life out of people with his hand like a tree sucks its nutrients through its roots. Yet this man is giving energy through his hand. It's the exact opposite. So he decides he needs to learn this. You say you want to use the Hammond? You, a Westerner? It won't be easy. Some lose their lives attempting to do so. I have a reason to risk my life to learn. Having fun? So he has to go off to Tibet, where he's going to meet Tom Petty. Now, you guys have told me in the comments that they use a lot of musical influences in the names of the characters in this, and yeah, Tom Petty was pretty cool. I like that that's here. I love Tom Petty. He's great. So he's going to Tibet, and he's going to meet the boss, the Doctor's Master, and here we have another amazing 2-sheet spread where we meet Tom Petty, and he's going to shake hands with Zappelli, and he's going to get his powers. There we go. So down that bottom panel there on the left, you hope to train. What you will learn will change your destiny drastically. You will meet an evil enemy and must accept that you are fated to die. That's going to happen. And now here we go again. So we've just landed at the castle with a nice training. B.A. Baracus, I like that, his new name, is going to climb in through the wall into the vent there and grab a chain and grab Jojo, and we're going to have a big chain fight up in the castle there. And here we go, that nice big image. So Jojo's just been pulled in, the door's slammed shut, and now he's trapped in here with this giant of a man. And the only way to win is to pull off the head of the opponent. So Jojo looks like he's in a bit of trouble so far. I like the way they animated the fight. It's very cool. Yeah, so it's going to be so they're in the lair of the two-headed dragon, and they're going to do the chain death match. So he hasn't had a fight in 300 years. He's looking to flex his muscle again. But his image there, he almost looks like a devil there. Like the hair, it's like turning into horns. Just where the helmet was. He's lost his helmet. Now we're seeing his luscious locks. Another gorgeous 2-piece page here. Pluck for Tomorrow and the Successor Part 1. So we've got that nice big panel up the top there, and Zappelli is just desperately trying to get in through the door, punching it till his knuckles are bleeding. Poker's just watching, thinking, what the hell, this is not good. I've got to get out of here. Next page. Yeah, just some really nice imagery there. So the fight is going on. Jojo's getting pummeled by the big fella, and he's not happy. Next page. More nice imagery. So the guys are desperately trying to get in. So he's just being kicked in the arm by Tarkus. And ugh, that was my humerus cracking, gar, but even if I try using my life energy from the Hammond to heal it, this choker is blocking my windpipe, can't breathe. I've got to do something about this thing. But he's stuck, and they're looking in. Jojo, he's getting pummeled, and they're just watching, they can't get in. So this is where the scene where Poker wets his pants. A little bit more graphic in the anime. It's kind of subtle here, but the kid's just wet his pants. So he's not feeling good. So they kind of realize that there's a lever inside that we need to open to get in. Next page. So both Zappelli and Speedwagon notice the window, and they realize it's too small. Maybe a child could fit. A child? They look at each other, look at Poco. Hey Poco, we've got something for you to do. We're in the anime. Poco comes to that realization by himself. The manga, they're going to ask him to do it, but in the anime, the kid does it himself. So we have a bit of a flashback for the kid. So this is where he's remembering his past about why he's got to become brave and stand up to the bullies and do the right thing. It's all about pain. What are we scared about? So the bullies are picking on him. Next page. And his sister turns up. So the bullies run away because the girl turns up. Not looking, hey, girls are powerful, wonderful humans. But these boys run away when she turns up. And she's like, man, grow up, kid. She can't be saving him. She can't be saving him all the time. He's got to grow up and stand up for himself. Like, when's that? Tomorrow? And she slaps him. What are you scared about? She whacks him in the face pretty hard down there in the bottom panel, giving him a real good pep talk. What's pain? Is that what you're scared of? What is pain? It's nothing. Well, it is something. I don't like it. And they walk off back into the sunset, back to home. She's not going to tell dad or anything. But the kid then, because he's found newfound courage, what's he scared of? What's a little bit of pain? He climbs up through the window and he's going to save the day. Even though Speedwagon had just a few pages back, was about to ask him to do it. When he does do it, Speedwagon's like, hey kid, it's dangerous, don't do that. But the kid's going to go in there. I've got to think of, if the undead make it to town, if that big guy dies, the town will be done for. My sister will be done for. I've got to protect her. So he's got a motivation. He wants to save his big sis so she can keep slapping him around. Next page, kid jumps in and promptly he's kicked in the face by Tarkus, right in the face. Lands over there a few meters away. They're watching through the door there, Speedwagon and Zappelli. The kid's not good. He's been pummeled. Poor kid. I'm not afraid of pain. Heh heh heh. He laughs. Crawls over to the door. Cranks it open. Poco, says Jojo. He saves the day, gets the door open, and Zappelli, in a very superhero moment, comes bursting in through the door. He did it, and that is the end of the chapter. We've got a couple images there of, is that Dio and Jojo and a ship? But that's where the chapter ends there too. So we do have Zappelli walking in. Is kind of like thinking about the prophecy. Is he about to die here, saving Jojo? So that's where the book ends. Once again, amazing. So there's a few differences. So definitely having exercised some parts of the manga from the anime, that gruesome scene where Tarkus was squeezing those two guys to death, crunching them and drinking their blood, didn't make the anime. So I was quite surprised to see it there in the manga. I was a little bit confused as to what was happening initially. I thought it was another flashback of some point. I thought it was another flashback or something, but I was wrong. It was current. I didn't realize Poco had run away. It wasn't clear, but yeah, it's fairly graphic. But there you have it. That is the latest episode, Tomorrow's Courage, or Pluck, what do you want to call it. So there you go, guys. Enjoying the show. Gonna do episode 7 as soon as I get another day off. Like I said, this does take about 3 to 4 hours to do this. It's a big haul with all the editing as well. So I'm enjoying doing it though. I'm enjoying the manga and getting those comparisons up for you. I'll keep going for as long as I can. I know I keep saying that, but at the present moment, I'm having a great time doing it, and I know you guys are loving it. I'm getting a lot of feedback from you in the comments. And a lot of you big fans of the JoJo series are coming along for the ride with me and having a great time. Once again, I hope you appreciate the timer method I'm using here. If not, if you want the whole thing, then the option for Patreon is there if you want to. Only $5 a month if you want to come over and get the full thing. I'm using Dropbox, so I'm getting those links up to the guys so you can see the whole thing there. But anyway, that's it from me today. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.